The number one issue people ask me about all the time, how do I scale my meta marketing? Every ambitious brand wants to increase their ad budget and reach more customers, but you have to do it profitably. And that's where a lot of brands hit a wall. Here's the problem. There isn't one answer to this question. That's why I'm going to share the 3 key factors you need to look at if your meta spend is stuck at a plateau. Hi, my name is Ashvin Melwani, and I'm the CMO of Obvi, a supplement brand that has sold over $90 million in product since launching in 2019. I've spent north of $100 million on Meta throughout my entire career, and I'm here to share what actually works. No theory, just tactics I use to drive results. Let's break this down into 3 critical areas: technical foundations, optimizing your ad account, and the post-click experience. First things first, it's your technical foundation we have to worry about. It's easy to get this wrong, especially if you aren't a developer. In the age of post-iOS 14 and fractured buyer journeys, you want to be sure your tech stack is optimized to capture and leverage data as much as possible. The big one is your CAPI setup. CAPI stands for Conversions API. This is Meta's first-party data tool for tracking actions and conversions on your website. Proper CAPI implementation is non-negotiable in 2024. If Meta can't track what's happening, it can't tie results back to your ads. Next up is adding other first-party pixels and server-side tracking. There are great tools out there that supplement Meta's pixel and help plug the data gaps so you can better identify users and connect them to certain actions like clicking an ad, signing up for an email, or buying from your website. This is usually my first recommendation when someone comes to me about scaling problems. It's a quick win that can have a big payoff if it isn't set up properly. Now, let's get into the main stuff like your ad account. At Obvi, I work with a simplified ad structure. That means just 2 campaigns, one for testing and one for scaling. I also use broad targeting to give the system as much opportunity as possible to find our customers. But even if you use a different approach, here are some factors to keep in mind. Number 1, creative volume. I use cost caps, so our need for creative volume and diversity is especially high. Why? Because our ad account won't spend if the system doesn't think the ads we have are good enough to achieve the cost goal I've set. That means we're always looking for new winners. To do that, we need to test 50 plus new ads a week at our current scale. Number 2, audience saturation. One of the biggest causes for a spend ceiling on Meta is running out of new people to serve your ad to. At some point, you probably found an ad angle or hook that worked for a while, but eventually will exhaust the audience that this ad appeals to. That leads me to number 3, which is creative diversity. Your ideal customer profile isn't just a single persona. It's more likely your target audience is made up of a whole wide range of folks like 1, people who have never heard of you, 2, skeptics who don't quite trust you yet, 3, people with different pain points or use cases. Some might respond to UGC testimonials, others prefer flashy commercial style ads or clear benefit-driven static images. Heck, they may even need to see all 3 of these ads before they even consider your brand at all. So that's why it's so important to not just iterate on a single winning formula over and over again. Different ads, different hooks, and different angles equal different audiences. Finally, you need to make sure Meta isn't just retargeting middle and bottom of the funnel audiences. If you see your total reach stagnating and frequency per ad increasing, that means your account is stuck retargeting consideration phase or purchase phase users. Without growing awareness, this pool shrinks over time. And to combat this, you have to set up proper exclusions, such as site visitors from the past 30 days or 180 days, previous customers, which again, through Facebook, 180 days, or if you can sync up your CRM system, do it. You're basically telling Meta, don't serve ads to these people. Finally, you need to move beyond your ad account. Look, it would be nice if everything could be solved with pixel tracking and ad development, but in the end, your ads only convince the user to click. Your site, your offer, and your product need to make the sale. So if you've got good soft metrics like click-through rate, hook rate, hold rate, but no sales, you've got a mismatch between your messaging and post-click experience. Here are the key questions to ask. 1, is there a clash between your ad and the post-click destination? 2, does your site embrace and guide cold audiences? Or 3, do people bounce because the product or offer isn't appealing enough? This is where brands can really struggle. You're moving beyond just making new creative and into the full funnel development. To do this right, you need to understand what your audience wants at each stage, what's causing friction throughout the buyer journey, the methods to find, fix, and test your funnel leaks. Here's what I want you to take away from this. Scaling on Meta isn't really about fancy hacks or secret strategies. It's about having 3 core areas dialed in. 1, your technical foundation needs to feed Meta accurate data. 2, your ad account needs to find and activate new audiences. 3, your post-click experience needs to close the deal. So if you're currently stuck hitting a glass ceiling in your account, work your way through these fundamentals. Practically every audit I do finds problems in one or all of these 3 areas. If you found this valuable, make sure to hit subscribe and follow me on Twitter at Ashvin Melwani. I'm always sharing more tactics and strategies that I actually use. And if you need some help, drop a comment below with your biggest scaling challenge. Good luck and happy scaling in 2025.